Ah, nice. Marja tribal proposition is something where a tribal thing, which is most likely an ally or close to your border, is somehow happy. Like, I started investing a lot of the treasure into opening up the borders between our two nations. Hopefully this will prove beneficial for us as well, though the tribesmen are somewhat more unruly than we are used to. We should keep Marja in mind, as they can prove good friends in the future as well. Surely only good things can come from this. Well, they get an opinion. Now, Marja is actually interesting because they will be allies. They are our allies. Now, we can either start saying, okay, let's improve their relations, and you get 100%, 100 extra over time, but it will slowly degenerate again. Uncurring. Why are you uncurring, you troubling trilliot? Minus loyalty. Oh, it's actually not so good. Sorry. This is actually not so good because as a ruler, you get national freeman output. Okay, it's okay, but the loyalty. Oh, I was gonna say it's not so important, but it's actually very important because there is a fact in this state. If they get elected, when the new consul period comes up and they can't be consul anymore for another 5 years, and then first they can be re-elected for like the second or third time, they will be having loyalty issues, and they will get a big minus for not being the ruler anymore, and they will have some hefty loyal cohorts, as you can see. So you want to keep these ex-rulers happy, which is one of the reasons why I really want to go into dictatorship, or better in a position where I will be able to somewhat help them out. Because as it is right now, I am like, I will get extra struggles from the rulers which aren't dead yet and are still alive by the time I do this. So oh yeah, we captured them. Nice. It really doesn't matter what you do with them because you can't actually. Okay, yeah. So foreign characters, interesting. Yeah, like, it's weird. Like, you can do some very interesting stuff here, but it's not that important. Like, I see no reason to keep him, or I see no reason to, like... It really doesn't matter, because by the time we take them on, he's just gonna get executed anyway. I'm gonna mark him for now and see what happens. Yeah, I just gotta move this one over here. Yeah, over here, right? Because we have everything occupied. No, I won't give you peace. You will get your peace once I take the city and take all your land from you. Do you understand me? They keep losing sea battles every now and then there. And food issues, they keep wanting peace. This is ding ding sound you hear. Ah, there we go. So, we took the last settlement, which means we have a 100% war score. Nice? Yes, very nice. Anyway. First, Roman-Umbrian War. Now, if you look at this, they had 12,000 land losses. No pops enslaved, no pops killed, no naval losses. We enslaved 10 pops, killed 10 pops, and lost only 9.3k. It was mainly because of these very useless little battles we had all over the place. Yeah, where they beat our 5.5 army and where they beat some enemy armies, they got some good kills from there. But yeah, and we have the Vogel, so our stuff goes up by 0.7. By 7.0. Yeah. Now, what's interesting in wars is you need to be careful that you capture everything you want to capture. Because otherwise, all that land is going to go to people you don't want it to go to. I've had it before, in a very weird decision, like in a very weird point. I was at war with Katish, I believe. Yes, Katish, and they had an ally up here like this. I think it was in Serbia. And in Serbia I captured like a province over here, which I didn't notice because I was busy dealing damage over here against Katish's 20,000 fucking armies. We will see that too, and I'm all rage about it, but we will see. Anyway. Now, that's very interesting too, because it's like they took that and then it was actually theirs. And I was so fuming because it was like in the middle of my fucking empire, because I had the borders all the way up here and they had this single region in the middle. And I couldn't do anything because they were part of the peace agreement and were allied with Katish. Oh, it took me so long. Like, the next moment I was able to go to war, I like landed top of my armies here, smacked them to oblivion, smacked their territory and their armies, and then moved them all over here where I had like my ships positioned to take out their fleet, so their armies couldn't get off that position here. Like, your armies as Katish are stuck in Africa if you don't have enough fleets to bring them over here and over here. Even from here they are stuck. But here they can actually move all the way across to you if you have like all the other territories. Which is really annoying because you want to stop them from landing as soon as you anyway can. Anyway, C for peace. Now, it's very simple. Give me all of that. Which gives me a total of 6 aggressive expansion and 58 war score cost. We have a war score of 100. So, in fact, it's pretty good. Oh yeah, this is still burning, like, it's still burning and we're already taking it over. Oh, so cute. Okay, look at this. This peace offer will increase your rank to regional power, are you sure? I hope this doesn't go away. Probably did. Anyway, you have power. Power is the rank of a country is determined by how many... Oops. The rank of a country is determined by how many territories the country currently owns, and it is as following. Migrant horde, no territories. City-state, only 1 territory. Local power, 2 to 24 territories. 25 to 99 is a regional power, and then it just goes up from major power, 100 to 499, and great power, at least 500. Remember, we want to have a certain amount of territories above great power to become the Roman Empire. Very nice. We want that. We like that. This will make us, in fact, a regional power. Yes. Thank you. No. 3 very interesting things. First of all, you see a high ton of disloyal characters over here. Well, these are all the characters from the lands we just took out. Now, Sabinian Elite. I'm just going to read this once because it's going to come up every single time we take out a nation. This is going to come up. A very interesting picture. After protected conquest, we have finally routed the Sabinian armies and laid waste to the lands. During the sacking of the capital, many important prisoners were taken, many of them having previously held important positions in the Sabinian clan council. They now languish in our dungeons, awaiting whatever fate we decide to impose upon them. Our enemies deserve no quarter. We kill them all. Every single character. But this will make the civilian culture. As you can see, if I can get over there maybe. There. This will make the civilian culture, which is most of the culture in the region we just claimed, unhappy for 16 months, but minus 10%. Not good. this will happen anyway. Like, this is one of these things. They had it, and we took it, so it's now ours. What I like the best is banish those of glass and put the rest to the sword. Important characters will be banished to foreign lands instead of executed or incarcerated. Roman loses 0.5 aggressive expansion, and they only get minus 5% culture on happiness, because they will gain minus 5% anyway. Imprison the leaders, let the rest disappear. You will still have to deal with them, because they will stay in prison, and if they become free out of that prison, you will have problems, and every time you execute someone you get in tyranny. So you don't want to do this. Pass judgment on the important families. It's very annoying. You will be able to decide what to do with each important family. You will get a pop-up for each single family, and they sometimes have 4 to 5 families. And you will each be able to say, okay, we will banish them, we will execute them, we will keep them, we will take them in. I've never chosen that because just the thought of that sounds so fucking annoying, you wouldn't believe it. So I always use banish those of glass, put the rest to the sword. Bam, bam, bam. Regional power. Increase instead of the local power. Now, the following special rules can be used. Guarantee other countries, can threaten war, can have alliances. And the following effects: building cost minus 5%, provincial loyalty minus 0.05, 0.1. No, 0.01. So basically 0.01, yeah. Integrate cultural happiness plus 8%, capital import routes, etc. pp. They will increase each time you rank up. At a great power, you will have more major costs for war threshold and monthly wages and some loyalty problems, but you will gain some massive bonus on everything else. Type local power of Umbria is gone. And that's no room. Look at this, we doubled our size. Just in one single war. This is crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it is. No, you wouldn't believe it, but it is. Now, this is starving pops is something which always shows up because under the AI rule you usually have very little food. So give it a turn like until June 453 and you'll be fine. Now, military wise you can just stand them down for now. They will be able to be raised again in July. Great. So we have a new import road. We probably will not be able to do any about it. Anyway, there we go. Great, still all I wanted ever. Yay. Optimus again though, and for Marcus Claudius Corvus. Enriching the elite is once again the gain of the Optimates. This time they have decided to gather around the head of Claudi family, Marcus Claudius Corvus. They claim that he deserved some land as a repayment for his excellent service to the Senate. The populace are allowed to oppose in the legislation, and it looks like it will be public land that will be given to the Claudi family. Now, each settlement in each province, in each region, is able to have an owner, which is basically the landlord, as you would say it in English. Now this is the agenda. Remember when I said in the beginning, part 0 videos, I think it was part 2 actually when I looked at the government, each one will have an agenda, and the ruling party will have their agenda pop up like this. The others maybe later if you say yes. Now you gotta always keep in mind, the approval is best not to go too far down, because otherwise they're gonna give you massive problems whenever you wanna go to war and do stuff, because the Senate will just say, nope, you ain't going to war. And you can also say yes, and you get like 50 tyranny and minus 20 stability each time you wanna go to war, which honestly is the worst possible scenario, because without going to war you cannot grow. Without growth, you will stay stagnant, and with stagnation comes the risk of being taken out by your enemies, because they will grow further ahead of you. Now, you have two options. You can also say yes or no. If you say no, uses your console veto and they lose 50 approval. Optimates have 55 approval, so you wanna not do that in this position. If you have 100, you can do it once, if it's like really bad, but it's better to just give him the 4 holdings, and you gain 20 approval, which will be great, because it will once reflect here and 2 reflect here, so they will be even happier to say yes, 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 to whatever the fuck you wanna do. Now, this is another interesting event here, coming up right now. Roman fortunes are rising. Over time, our republic has achieved both greater wealth and power. Traditionally, we have relied on the ability, valor, and dignity of our ancient and honorable families, but with rising fortune, there is also ample opportunity for new men of quality to rise beyond their birthright. What this means is very simple. You can choose a new family. Now, they will always change as it is. But each time your power grows, you will be able to gain a new family. This doesn't mean in the end you have 7 families. Most likely your families will start having some issues, either because there's low childbirth, there's low marriage between them, there's a low amount of characters because they all start quite old and the new ones don't come back, or like partly 20 years from now, those will be eligible for any kind of power. And the problem is that most of the time the people which are like the ones having the jobs are like 70 to 80 years old. It's a problem. Honestly, it is a problem. Now, what's interesting is he actually is not a family of Rome. He's some brony. It's very weird. But anyway, now you can choose. Sambronis becomes a prominent family in Rome. As a head of a new family, each person here will take on a number of minor characters as his clients. Rome gains 15 approval from optimates. And you can choose which one you give approval, and then you can choose here. If he is a man of very little power, but already is a consul, you can give it to him too, a self-made man. Which means, by picking one of the characters endorsed by the Senate, you will lose loyalty among all party leaders. And you will gain first-generation meritocrat, which gives you finesse, monthly popularist conviction, and monthly democratic conviction. I mean, the guy, Publius Sulpius Severico. But they will all lose loyalty, which is all of these. And since he's already very powerful or whatever reason, and has a low amount of loyalty, like 45 is low, 30 is dangerous, and below 30 is, oh god, do something about it or kill him off before he can go against you. Now, I'm thinking, because before I've chosen Zambroni too, and they've actually become the dictators in the end, like the royal family. I like that, so I'm gonna choose him again. Now, if you just close the tab again, let's do this one here. So, mission task, unseat Umbrians. Umbrians are gone. And now you can choose the new capital of the area the Umbrians were in. Yeah, it basically means they are gone. Off with their heads and gone from the history. Great. Now, you can choose any of those, but what I choose it by is pop size. Belestia was already the capital of the Umbri, and will now be the capital of the Umbri again. Because it has the most amount of population out of all of them. Like, Iguvium is close, But a goofy was up here and I don't like that position. I like this position the most because you can put a nice road straight through here once across. Like you have one coastal road here, you have one coastal road here, and put a nice road straight across. Like straight here is like kind of weird. Here is a good position. Anyway, that's for later. Yeah, you receive 4 free men and 6 pops. Become Roman. Here you will only gain 5 pops. It's simple. Olives, leader, olives, vegetables. Blessed, yeah. I know this one is the capital of the region. Oh, there we go. I think it should be there now, yes. Adriatic opportunities. What is this? I don't think I've seen that before, have I? Interesting. Ah, I know why. I know why I think this has never happened before. Ancona hasn't survived until now in any of my other let's plays, because usually I went down instead of up. Now they're actually with the Zonons in a defensive alliance. Interesting. You know what? I'm not gonna take this, because this would basically mean they will become our subject, or else we will gain claims. We don't need claims on them, I think. Don't we actually have claims on them? Oh, we don't. But if we took that, we could take them on too. But if we took them on, we couldn't get Lingonia instantly. Interesting. Interesting. Now, this is a very interesting part there, because that would right now take all of these in at once. Nice. I like that idea. I like the idea so much, in fact, I want to make it happen. Wait, when is the military back? Oh god, I hate that. It always takes so long. And once I no to this one, what is the problem over here? No, they're not starving, they're just below like 50% of their food storage, so they will be like, oh my god, it's so bad. It is not, but they love complaining. Gotta give it to them now. Okay, let's see. The families here. Right, now we have this brown in here. Here's a ton of old ass people. That is not good. Okay. I do hope they will all marry themselves. And I don't need to do it myself, because that's gonna cost a lot of stuff. Because making each of them, like, telling each of them, hey, get yourself a wife. Wait. Get yourself a wife. Isn't he like part of this city, Zamperoni? He should be part of the Zamperoni, in fact, but he is not. Why is his son not part of the Zamperoni? Oh! We took on our father. That's interesting. I have never... Oh, interesting. So he was imprisoned by us and then executed because he was part of the Umbri characters. Yeah, was slaughtered whilst fleeing a foreign conquest. We tried to run and we just stabbed him in the back and took him down. Nice. I love Rome. That's a very nice thing. Yes, he's on Brony one more spot. What's your? You're old. So old. Ugh. I only have. Oh god, I have horrible decisions. Okay, the choices are horrible, but I guess we could go with this guy. Like 6 is. You know what I hate the most about this? Ah, yeah, perfect. Thank you. This is way better. So much health. Yeah, they sometimes have that event. It's nothing special. It's just randomly happening, really. It's unfortunate, but I really can't change that thing. You can upgrade your power too, please. We want to upgrade this one as well. Why do some of these places have negative ship recruitment speed? I'm trying to figure out what the problem is here. It would cost... okay, I'm gonna stop this very shortly, but I'm gonna make another 10 minutes-ish first. No, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna start actually building some of these top tier ships here. Sometimes there's like highlighted stuff and I'm not sure why. I'll build 2 of those. 2 of those. And then just build 3 banes everywhere. Actually, yeah, let's make a good bit of push towards the ships. Another like 15 ships there. That's pretty deep. That's pretty damn tough. Okay, right now we gotta wait a little bit. We can't really do much about it. We can't really change much. We don't import any more fish. Why do we not import any more fish? What is your issue with the fucking fish? Give me your fish. You fishy guy. Okay, about to be ready there. What? For 4 years? What the f... Okay. Anyway, we should be fine with just 2, yeah. We have our allies. So this one is a little bit of a toughie, but it's doable. I think I'm late in my plan here. I may have to like look at my own replays. Another event, wonderful. In the midst of a follow season, Marcus Claudius Core was one of our most esteemed governors, held a vast and lavish party in his summer palace at Nola. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he basically feasted like I can't say it. When a payment, he loses loyalty. Great. He doesn't have any cohorts, but he does have quite a high amount of power still. I think we lost our loyal cohorts, but maybe it's just because I don't know what happened there. We could demand his resignation. He will no longer be governor and he will be very unhappy. Well, the governors are our problem. If he was doing a very bad job, I could remove him this way. But I don't actually see him being a problem in this case. Is he party leader? Oh, nice. Yeah, he actually is party leader, right? He is party leader of the Populars. Nice. Yeah, this is basically a chance to either make him pay money, which goes... I don't know where the fuck that money goes, but you don't get it. So you can either make him like pay, or you can tell him to get out. And all of Campania will be getting 50% local population happiness, which is okay, but I don't see that being a necessary evil, so we're just gonna take some of the popularity away because we're at max already, so it's fine, and he's gonna get some stuff. Great. I mean, it does sound rough, of course, but anyway. One last thing I just noticed here. This road. We are the only faction in a very large radius around us which has any roads. We are literally the only faction up here, all the way over here too. And even down here, like we are the only faction in a very large area which has roads. Which is why our armies move so fast. There is another place of roads down here, all the way over here, and then there's a massive road system over here. That is, and that's explainable too, because of the Antigonid kingdom. The Antigonides are basically what's left of Alexander the Great's empire, and Alexander the Great's empire built roads like crazy. And then there's like the roads in the Seleucid Empire, because the Seleucid Empire has like all the trade. All these trade routes going over to like China and India. Like India and then further along here towards China. Which is not actually on the map to that point, because I don't think it was actually known. Or was it? I believe I've heard before that Romans actually had contacts with China, but I'm not quite sure if that's true or if that's just one of these beliefs which were never proven, because it's very hard to prove, honestly. Now, I guess it's doable. Yeah. Anyway, it's like one of these things I'm like very curious about. Yeah. This is some great territory to get because it's very rich over here. Not a lot of people generally, but very rich resources. So it's definitely gonna be a target for war eventually, but I wanna, as always, get this stuff first, like Spain, the Northern African coast, up to here. We don't wanna go against Egypt until a certain point where we're just gonna take them out, because they can actually produce so much food. Like the productions of food in this area, which will be part of a mission, is nothing against it. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, that's just like things I just remember when I see it. Like, just when I see the road on here, I'm like, oh yeah, there's this, and oh yeah, there's this reason, and oh yeah, this too. Did you know that? and well, it's important for you to know, maybe, like if you watch this and try to learn something as well. And if you watch it without trying to learn something, it's fine too. Like, it's just a refresher. And it's just a little bit of my passion. Like, history is passion, always good. It's one of the greatest things to like learn and know about history, because you can learn so much from it. Anyway, this is gonna be where we wrap things up for now. Thank you for watching. As always, like if you like the content, dislike if you didn't like it. Feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you for your support, for your subscriptions, and see you all around for another series.